afternoon, Simmons College. This is Hope coming to you live from downtown Boston. This is the afternoon rush, and today I have my friend Emma with me. Emma, do you want to say hello?
Hi, everyone. I'm Emma. I am a freshman at Simmons, and I'm a bio pre-med major.
All right, and I'm Hope. I am a political science major here at Simmons College. I'm in the 3+1 program, and today we're going to be talking about freshman transitioning. So we're both freshmen here at the college, and we just want to chat about like what's going on. So Emma, the first one I want to talk about today is like, how's your classes? How's your workload?
All right, let me think where to begin. So right now I'm in a calculus, a bio, and a chem class, and then 2 other classes that are required for Simmons. So probably the hardest class right now is Calc 2 because it's math, and math is always hard. But I'm in a bio and chem, and though the workload is hard, it's all very interesting. So it's definitely enjoyable, and I'm definitely a science person. So
Yeah, so you said you were a biomed major or
Yeah.
just bio?
well, bio pre-med.
Bio pre-med. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, right now I am in a intro to American politics course, a macroeconomics course, and a Spanish course. I find them pretty easy so far. The workload's manageable. It's very different from high school though, in the fact that like
Yeah, it
I
is.
never feel done.
Right, exactly. You're always like, oh my God, what did I miss? Oh my God, it's too relaxed right now, so I'm missing something.
Right. And like also a different thing from high school. A different thing from high school is like I find that like reading the books at home, they tell you to read the books at home, and like in high school when I would do that,
Mm-hmm.
we didn't talk about the book in class. We moved on and like based our learning, our class schedule like off of what they were saying.
Right.
But like in college, I find the lectures to be like on the book, and I don't need to take notes at home. And like it's fun at first, but like it's also like, why do I have to read this before class?
Right. I wish I had classes like that because a lot of mine classes are kind of like that high school base where you read something at home and then you work on it in class. So I have sometimes lectures that I actually have to watch online
Mhm.
before the class even begins that are like 2 hours. So it's definitely a lot more work, I think, but it's more manageable, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Like, and definitely like not having a class every day is fine. Like, I think it's difficult for a language to not be every day because I'm used to like in high school I had Spanish every single day for
Right.
like 4 years in a row. And now it's just like every Tuesday, every Thursday. So it's a bit difficult to like constantly be speaking the language, and I know I have fallen victim to Google Translate it sometimes,
Oh, yes,
whereas
Google
before I have
Translate.
not.
Yeah.
It's just not working like that.
Right. Well, I'm not in a language right now, but
Mhm.
I definitely know what you're talking about because my roommates like have been doing that as well and like trying to find out what everything means, and they feel like a little stressed because they don't have it every day,
Right.
and it's harder to understand and comprehend
Yeah.
the language because it's like something new.
Right. And like it's here at Simmons, I know like the 101 classes are even like fully in Spanish. So like
wow.
I don't know. I believe immersion can work, but I think it's very difficult for those students in 101 who have never taken the language before
to
like
understand it.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that totally
and
makes
like
sense.
some of the teachers I've heard, like especially for like there's a French teacher who like doesn't speak very good English, but it's fine because like his class is taught mostly in French, but it's a 101 class, which is difficult for everyone.
Yeah, that definitely sounds very painful, and I'm very thankful I dropped out of French.
Out of French, what language are you looking into taking?
So I'm trying to look in actually sign language because I am not very well with audio learning, and so I kind of like the idea of already knowing the English language but translating it in a different way.
Right.
If that makes sense.
All right. So now we're going to move into food and the freshman 15. I know, Emma, you've had a little bit of trouble with the dining
Yeah.
halls. Do you want to go into that a little bit?
Yeah, sure, a little bit. So I have actually a lot of allergies. It's a list that could go on for quite a while. So I'm just going to give some of the basics like gluten and potato and chocolate, and it just makes it all very hard to like actually accommodate because most gluten-free foods have potato. So for a while it was definitely like a struggle, but once I actually sat down with food services and really talked to them, like they started to accommodate my meal
Right.
meal
Right.
problems, I guess you could say. But with the freshman 15, I haven't personally, just because my diet's so restricted that it's kind of hard to gain weight or lose weight in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But I've definitely noticed some of my friends like picking out every night, eating pizza constantly, or stuff that we wouldn't typically eat, I guess, if that makes sense.
All right, so it seems like we were having some trouble at first, but now if you guys can hear us, this is Hope and the Afternoon Rush, and I'm here with Emma, and we're talking about the freshman transitioning. We spent a little bit of time on loads, and now we're moving into like food and the freshman 15. And what Emma was saying is that it has been difficult to get in contact with some of the dining staff because of allergies,
but it finally like worked out, and I'm not like as nervous or apprehensive.
Not starving anymore.
Yeah, not starving. Yeah, but that's definitely, I'm happy that I was able to accomplish that though,
Right.
and like actually have food now to eat.
I'm really glad you were able to accomplish that too.
Yeah.
I have found myself craving vegetables, and I am not a vegetable person whatsoever.
No,
but
I
like,
get it.
all there is salad, and I've been grabbing just like handfuls of broccoli just 'cause like I'm so desperate for like something. And then like the fruit isn't that good. Like they have like, I feel like the bananas are always bruised.
Yeah, a little bit, but I'm not personally like a banana person. But definitely, I wish they had more variations of the fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. But I do love that they have a salad bar because that means there's always some type of option.
This has been a downward spiral from the beginning. That's a shout out to my friend Addison over at Bryant University. Yeah. So food here at Simmons is a little difficult if you have allergies or if you're craving vegetables or fruit. Especially on like academic campus, like the fruit cups are like $5.
Yeah,
They're
they
so
are.
expensive.
But it's like you could go to a grocery store and grab like a whole pound of grapes for like $3, and it doesn't really make sense.
no, it really doesn't. But like I don't want to carry around grapes.
Yeah, exactly.
I shouldn't have to either because I'm paying for like a meal plan.
Exactly.
So it is difficult to organize all this.
That is very true.
What else? So the freshman 15, we've gone to the gym before, right?
Yeah,
We've-
like once. If
Gone.
that counts.
I go at least once a week.
Yeah, I've gone once the whole time I've been here, which is probably not the best thing because obviously exercise is good for you and all that. But I just haven't had the time because I feel like my workload is so much that I'm not able to have the time to work out and give myself a break, if that.
Yeah, like that totally makes sense. Yeah. I've done it once, but like I was trying to get out of a fire drill. So
Yeah, so it's a little different, but it's definitely, if I had the option more to have the free time to work out, I definitely would, but I don't want to work out at like 2 a.m.
Right,
my
and the
only free
gym's not
time.
even open then.
Right.
So, yeah, it would be nice if we had more like access to the pool, because I know like one of the rules before going in the pool is that you have to have like a shower cap, and I'm like, I'm not buying
wearing
a shower
cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm just not into that. Like I don't want to go swimming with that.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little weird to be in that type of garb when you're not like a professional swimmer. Because I know I'm not a professional swimmer, and I don't even know where to buy a shower cap. But
Yeah. Yeah. So our last topic for this freshman transitioning talk is going to be living with a roommate/roommates on your part. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
yeah,
Your living
totally.
situation?
Okay. So at first, it was definitely all a little awkward because we were a little different, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. We ended up all really bonding and becoming friends, and now like we do face masks together or paint our nails and like just hang out and talk. But it's definitely weird to have someone else sleeping in your room, especially coming from like I had my own room at home, I didn't have to share it with a sibling.
Right.
So it's definitely a little weird to have like someone in your personal space all
Yeah.
the time.
And especially with you living in a triple, like I know it's like a bigger room, but
Right.
it is still difficult having those two other people. And sometimes I find the dynamic with like three people doesn't work out as well because you have like people, your two roommates who get along. I'm not necessarily your roommates, but I
Yeah.
know there's two roommates that usually get along, and then there's some that like there's a one that doesn't click, and like
Yeah, no, I mean, thankfully that hasn't happened yet, and I hope it doesn't happen. But that was something I was nervous about because I mean that is a realistic possibility. But the girls are absolute sweethearts, and like one of them's actually from like really far away, so like
Right.
we try to all connect to even make her feel like she's more at home because she actually lives all the way in Alaska, so that's not the easiest way for her to go back home when I only live like an hour away.
right. Do you think you'll invite her over to your house?
Oh
or?
yeah, for sure. I said like if she ever needs a place to sleep,
Right.
like she's more than welcome to,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to like family holidays and stuff like that. It must be like weird not always being able to go home.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. My roommate's from a little bit far away, the Virgin Islands, and
yeah, that's a little
yeah,
far.
it's a little far. So like I feel like so like a lot of us have been sort of meeting in the middle for that like distance for the other
Right.
people, trying to compensate like family up here for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
'Cause-
think it back at home, even though like I shared a room, I do still find it difficult because it's like sharing a room with someone that's not my sister. Like before, like I could go to my sister if like I needed anything, even if like we got into a
Right.
fight. Like it was just easier to like go to my sister. Whereas like with this roommate, I have to like not with this roommate, but with roommates in general. Like I find that like you need to sort of find a balance of like what's okay to talk about.
And what's not.
Right.
'Cause,
Like, sort
they
of
don't need to
balancing that.
know every
Yeah.
aspect of your
Like
life.
my sister, we would always talk about like anything, and it's like I can't really do that anymore in the room. So like
right. But
yeah.
it's still like a safe space, and that's
Right,
always
right.
something positive.
yeah, always something positive. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about your freshman experience here at Simmons?
It's definitely weird not having my parents always around.
Right.
So I've been FaceTiming my mom like every day because I'm like, I miss you, like kind of want to come home, but then I'm like, no, I can do it because like I also need to gain some independence and
Right.
like learn how it is to be like by myself, so to say. But it's definitely, like I said, it's weird. And it's also funny when I get like the text from my parents are like, hey, we miss you, like stuff like that. And it's just like,
Yeah.
"Aw."
I've been calling my mom and like every day. Like I have never called my mom so much or like spoken to her so much. I feel like because like my mom goes to bed super early.
Yeah, so does
It's like
mine.
before it's like we get in like 30 minutes of talk, but like I could definitely talk to my mom for like hours.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also funny because I miss my dog like crazy.
Oh my gosh, me
So,
too.
I've actually like FaceTime my dog a couple times.
Oh my god,
because I
it's
miss
okay.
her
Like
so
I
much.
totally do that too. Like that's so funny that like other people do that and it's
I know,
not
but
just
it's
me
like-
being crazy.
No, it isn't. It's like so many of my friends like FaceTime their dogs or the cats because it's like they're so loyal to us. And like it's just weird not having them constantly around. And like I would like be with my dog all the time when I was
Right.
at home. So it's definitely different to also not have her like at my feet all the time.
Right. It's weird not living with a dog because like my dog sleeps with me, so
Yeah.
now I don't have that, and I'm like, what do I cuddle with?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so we are going to move now into a musical break, and after that, we're going to come back and play a game called How's Yours? And now we are going to be moving into a game called How's Yours? So how this works, it's similar to 20 questions, but the only question you can ask is how is yours? So like I'm pick something ahead of time, like something that me and Emma are both have. And I'm just going to ask Emma, or I'm going to give Emma clues, and she has to guess like what the object is. So like an example you can pick for an object like this would be like a passport, and like someone would ask, how's yours? And then you can say like mine's full of stamps, or mine will be valuable on the black market one day. So all right, so you get one guess for every
How's yours?
yep, every how's
Okay.
yours. All right, so we have 3 different
Alrighty,
ones.
So
Let's do
I
this.
guess here we go. How's yours, Hope?
Right now it's non-existent, but in high school it's pretty good, decent.
Social life.
No.
I'm totally joking. How's yours?
Not good enough to get into the National Honor Society.
Oh, your grades? Are we talking about grades?
Yes, I am. GPA was the correct answer, but I'll give it to you.
Oh, okay. That works.
No, GPA is fine. Like, grades are fine. Okay, next one.
All right. How's yours?
Right now it's basically empty.
A mailbox.
No, but true, but no. Next.
How's yours?
Well, I was working. It was full.
How's yours? Because I have no clue.
I'm able to access it by the ATM downstairs.
Oh, your bank account.
Yep.
Yeah, mine it's very shallow right now.
Very
shallow.
shallow.
That's what happens when you come to college.
Yeah, like I probably have like $70. Cry.
Yeah, exactly. Not too fun.
No, not at all. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Next one.
How's yours?
I think I'm good at it.
How's yours?
It's fine. Like my mom doesn't like it that much because she thinks I am not patient enough. This one's kind of hard.
Okay.
It's kind of an
So you're not patient enough, and
Yeah.
you think it's good.
I think mine is good. My skills are good.
That doesn't help me. How's yours?
I haven't done it in a while just 'cause like we've been in Boston and I did not bring this object with me.
A Rubik's Cube.
A Rubik's Cube.
I don't know. How's yours?
I don't really know. I learned how to do it when I was 16.
Oh, driving.
Yep. Would you be interested in giving me an object and I can ask you?
You got to give me a second to think about
Yeah, go
this.
for it.
All right. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
How's yours?
I miss it a lot.
Is it your dog?
Crab. You know me too well to know that it's my dog.
Do you want to do another one?
Well, yeah, because you just got that on the first try. Let's think. Oh God, this is hard. I have no clue.
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
All right. So I want to talk a little bit more about freshmen transitioning since we're
Okay.
running a little bit fast on time
Yeah,
now.
All right.
So are there any clubs or events you've been going to here at the college?
So there's definitely some clubs that I've been wanting to be a part of, like the biology group, because like I said, I am
the liaison.
Yeah. And then there's also Simmons Poets, which I forget the name of them, but they are the same day I have like all of my classes.
Oh
so
no,
it's,
I
like,
don't even know about this group. It sounds cute.
Yeah, no, it's like just for like open mic and like just
Okay.
everyone listen and talk together about poetry and stuff like that.
Right.
And I think that's like really cool, and that's totally something I'm into. I've also signed up to do the Big Sister
that's
thing, but
awesome.
I still haven't heard back.
Okay, so
From
maybe
them?
they're pairing you with
Hopefully,
a girl.
hopefully. I would
maybe.
love that. What else? I want to do the radio. That's why I'm on here
Right,
with you.
right.
But
You might
we'll
be
see.
a constant guest.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I have to work out timing and
Yeah.
homework and all that.
No one's supposed to have class during this time, so like because of like SGA,
Oh,
the
really?
SGA like Senate goes on during this time.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so like most people no one should have class during this time. That's why I put the radio station
That's
on during
really
this
smart
time.
because most people are probably like listening.
Right, even though we're having some difficulties in the station, but it's fine. We're going to record this and put it online later.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens, right?
We'll put it on my Facebook page
Yeah.
or on Twitter for this or on the Twitter for the Afternoon Rush. You can follow us at HL Afternoon Rush on Twitter and on Instagram. HL Afternoon Rush. So Emma here has some materials with her in the station. What are you
yeah.
studying for?
I have a calc exam tomorrow.
Oh my
that
gosh.
is extremely stressful because I used to get it. I took this in high school and I was amazing at it. Not like to brag, but like
but
I
to
was,
brag.
but to brag. But now I got to college and all of a sudden I just don't get any of it.
Oh my goodness. That
So,
stinks.
fingers crossed that it clicks with me sometime tonight and I'll be ready for my 8 a.m. test tomorrow.
Oh my god, 8 a.m. I'm so sorry. I don't have any classes before 9, and most days my class.
Yeah.
Like on Tuesdays, I only have one class and it starts at like 3, so
Oh
you
my
can bet
God,
I'm
you
in
are
bed all day.
So lucky. I wish I had that.
I've seen a lot of people only have like 2 classes a day, whereas like
right.
I have 3 or 4 on like Monday or Thursday, but then like I only have 1.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Do you
I
have
only,
one every day of the week?
I at least have one every day of the week, but on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I only have one class, so it's not horrible for me.
Right. What class is that?
It's mostly chemistry.
Okay.
So it's definitely, yeah, 'cause one day is a chem lab and then a chem gil and then a chem class. So it's definitely a lot of chem. But then like my Thursdays are jam packed where I have my calculus, I have biology, a biology lab, and my toxic consumables class, which is like 3 hours long because it's a Boston course. So it's definitely like
well, my
jam-packed.
Boston course isn't 3 hours long, but I have it twice a week.
Oh, but see, I would almost rather prefer that.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of people have it only once a week.
Yeah.
And then it's like this 3-hour class. No, none of my classes go over 2 hours, but like the one that is like 2 hours is my Simmons course, which is a required class here for freshmen.
Yes,
at
it
Simmons.
is. So what
And-
is your Simmons course? I mean, not Simmons course,
My
Boston,
Boston course.
Yeah.
It's 19th century writers in Boston, and I like it a lot. We read a lot. We've read so far like Thomas Jefferson, who isn't really a 19th century writer. He's more like 18th century, but whatever. We're
That's
just going
okay.
to accept the fact. I know like towards the end of the semester we're going to be reading Edgar Allan Poe, which I didn't know he came up to Boston because I know he was born in Richmond, Virginia and like
Right.
lived in that area. So
Right.
I'm interested to find out his history with Boston.
Right. That's definitely, something. I think I've learned that along the way,
Right.
but I don't. You
Like I
definitely got to
remember
tell
hearing
me.
in passing like, oh yeah, Boston, but like I've only heard about his life in Baltimore and Richmond.
Right, exactly, because that's more of where his
Right.
famous pieces come from.
Right. On the note of poetry, I was looking at like, what was it? It was like secret things to do in Boston,
Mm-hmm.
and E.E. Cummings is apparently buried here in the
Oh,
city, and I
really?
didn't know that. I love E.E. Cummings, and there by his grave there's a sculpture, and it's like this tree with like an archway through it, and there's a copper
Really?
roof on top, and I've been looking into going there. It
Yeah,
sounds
I
pretty
would
awesome.
definitely tag along. Do you know
Yeah.
where it is?
It's some tea stop. I have it written on like a Google Doc because
Yeah,
I'm so lame.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
But so how has been like managing navigating through the city? How has that been for you?
So basically the only place I go is North Station to go home. So I now know 2 T stops to get there. Like I
Right.
use the MFA stop and the Fenway stop,
Mhm.
and they're both fine. I've only been to the Fenway stop like once or twice, and once was like during summer orientation, so I
Right,
don't know how
yeah.
much it counts. But like the MFA one's pretty close to the school, so like I usually just bring along my suitcase because I'm so scared of being late and
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then missing the train
Yeah.
to get home.
right, and I don't want to pay for another train.
No one wants to pay for another train.
No.
No.
I don't know. The trains are sort of, it's weird because like they just let you on and start going before they even check your ticket.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
no, I
like,
have noticed
okay.
that.
And like you can just bring anything you want on. Like
You
I don't
could.
it's a little scary, but like everyone seems pretty good about it. I remember last weekend I went to go
Home.
see my boyfriend.
Right.
And on the way back we stopped in Durham, New Hampshire where UNH is. And over 100 college kids got on the train.
Right.
And it was just like, it was just very crowded. I luckily had my bag in the seat next to me because, like, I don't want to talk to anybody.
right, exactly. Yeah.
All right. So now I think we're going to go into another musical break. If that's okay with you, Emma. Any last comments?
Trying to think. I don't think I have any.
All right. So here's our next musical break. Coming up first. All right. And that was Collect Call by Metric. My boyfriend recommended that one to me. So I am very grateful for that since I do like it quite a bit. So right now we're going to go into things you should be reading or watching this week. For like what you should be reading this week, I recently just got back into, I'm reading the final book in the Unwind series by Neal Shusterman. It's a YA, so young adult novel, so I'm sorry, like it's not, I'm still a child, I guess, or still a teenager, you know, but it's about these 3 teens who have been signed up to be Unwind. So in this world, a civil war has taken place over abortion, and people have decided that like abortions or like unwinding nowadays should not take place until the kid is in their teens. So when the kid hits 13, the parent can sign their child up to be unwound. So with unwinding, the parts of the kid go to various different members of society, and the kid is still connected through like a subconscious, almost through like a soul, but like his body parts or their body parts are spread throughout the world and could go to anybody. The benefit they think from this is not only does it increase organs that are available for donation, but it also solves the problem of people not wanting the kid they have. So it's pretty real. It's dark, but like it's very scary because Neal Shusterman adds in articles from like today that could like lead to unwinding. So like he includes articles like, I remember one was like about organ transplants while someone is still alive but not necessarily killing them. So like he includes like articles like that and like just situations where like unwinding could be in our future past. So like I would definitely recommend that book. It's pretty dark, but like there are 3 characters, Riza, Levi, and Connor, and they're all different situations of unwinds, and it's just a very good series. Like I said, I'm on the final one, and I'm sad to see it end because I've been reading it since like my like 8th grade year, which is very, very young. But yeah, so I think everyone should be reading that this week since it is Halloween. I think it kind of fits in with that dark taste. And then also fitting in with Halloween, what you should be watching this week is American Horror Story Roanoke. It's on tonight at 10. It's called American Horror Story My Roanoke Experience. It's a season this year, and it
can scare the crap out of you.
It's pretty scary. This is supposed to be the season that starts connecting all of them, and like what I've been getting into is like I've been seeing how it connects to Murder House, and Sarah Paulson's character in the Murder House season does mention Roanoke, and she talks about the word Croatoan, which is very prominent with the Lost Colony. So I think everyone should listen into that or watch that. I know there's a group of people who go down to Simmons Hall and listen in or tune in to the series. We've probably got like 20 people watching with us every Wednesday night. So tonight I'm very excited for that. Yeah, very excited to that. Is there anything you've been watching, Emma?
Okay. Well, I've always been obsessed with The Office, so I am currently rewatching it for the 3rd time, and it just keeps getting better. So I absolutely love how awkward it, but the awkwardness makes it funny type of humor. Right. So that's definitely something I love watching.
Yeah. I know on Netflix they also just got season 2 of Gotham. I'm a big DC Comics fan and a big Batman fan, so I do like watching Gotham. I watched the first season live when it like aired, but like I only got to watch the first few episodes of the 2nd season live because of like I was like moving around and stuff. Things got busy, so I wasn't able to do that. But now I'm watching it again, and I think it's even better than the first season, and it's pretty good. Is there anything you've been reading, or have you had time to read?
I have not had time to read other than my chem and bio textbooks. so that's not
Oh,
really.
jeez.
Oh, wait, I am actually reading for my toxic consumables class. It's
Mhm.
called Not Just a Pretty Face. And
Right.
it gets in depth about how kind of messed up the cosmetic industry actually is.
Right.
Because surprising, I didn't know how much chemicals they actually put in.
Right. But
Our
it's not
stuff.
surprising when you read it. You just don't. You didn't know beforehand.
Right. And it's like just kind of that realization like, oh, wait.
I put all this.
I put
dirty
all this
stuff
in
on
my
my
body.
face.
Like, I wonder how that is affecting myself.
Right. And it's a good one. And like, I don't know, like animal testing, you have to get into like what it's actually doing to these
Right,
animals. It's like, if
exactly.
it's doing this to these animals, what is it doing it to my body?
Exactly. And like the fact that these chemicals can actually have like a bigger impact than we thought. And like
Mhm.
they can disrupt our endocrine system and actually give some children birth defects. And
Oh,
it's
wow.
just like more connections than you would think.
Yeah, so you're wondering like how many pregnant mothers are just putting makeup on every day,
Right.
not even thinking. I didn't know about the
Exactly.
defects. Wow.
Yeah, and it's just all like, well, how do I avoid it if I still want to wear makeup? And that's
Right.
just something that's very hard to come by because
Right.
most of the makeup nowadays, though it says it's organic, it just doesn't have to have some of the bad chemicals.
Right. There
but
are
they
things
can-
the FDA. Would it be the FDA that like?
the FDA doesn't really have much
Okay.
control over it because
So who's regulating the market really?
the cosmetic industry itself. So if
Okay.
they
So
say
they-
it's safe,
Right.
then
Anything
it's
could
safe.
go.
Exactly. So it's just all kind of a confusing and like you want to do something but you don't know what, and it's just all very interesting, and I recommend that book greatly.
Okay. Yeah, I'd definitely be into reading that. Sounds pretty interesting. Yeah.
It is. I'm trying to think.
I've been getting into like, so my Intro to American Politics professor had Howard Zinn over at BU who wrote A People's History of the United States.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
my boyfriend lent that to me. So like I've been starting to read that, and I'm probably not, I told him I was like 20 pages in. I'm probably like 2 pages in.
Yeah, it's definitely some of that stuff's harder to like.
Yeah, but like it's so
comprehend and-
interesting, and like I want to read it. I'm just like
Yeah.
homework.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just hard because there is some stuff that I do want to gain more knowledge on and
Yeah.
be educated about, but I have all this homework that I have to get done.
Homework
That it
sucks.
makes it a lot harder.
Yeah, it does make it a lot harder. It's a lot harder in like high school. I know, like I could push things off,
Right,
And like
exactly.
here, I don't want to because I know it's never going to be done.
Right, and exactly. And like you want to be able to use that free time in the weekend to like hang out with your friends because
Right.
though you see them during the week, it's a different feeling than it is when you see them on the weekend because you know, like, oh, you can breathe for a minute and just like hang out and talk and go out and like explore Boston. But
Right.
like during the week, it's like go, go, go. I got to get my homework done.
Yeah.
Got to study. Got to do this and
Yeah.
that. And it's just,
Yeah, even for me, like I've been going home most weekends, so I haven't had the
Right.
time to explore Boston.
right.
And I really want to. Like, I wanted to go on the Black Heritage Trail. I had to for my class, and I have to write a paper on that due tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Have you done it yet?
No. I was going to use some online research because
Yeah.
I'm so good at that and apparently can't leave my room. So,
Oh, You really, yeah. You should probably get on that.
yeah. Have you found it's a lot of writing in college?
Mine's more not even a lot of writing, but
Mhm.
because mine are more math and science based, it's
Right.
a lot of numbers and number
Yeah.
crunching. So it's definitely like
Just
I
chug and
haven't-
plug.
yeah, practically. And like the only thing that I really have to write for is like either lab reports
Mhm.
or like something along that
Right.
line. So it's definitely more of a structured base than compared to like some other writing classes that I know like you have.
Yeah.
So
Like I have like a paper, like a 1-page paper due every Friday for my American politics
Right.
course. My Boston course, we just turned in like a 3-page narrative, but like mine ended up being 4 pages because I just
Yeah.
got so into it.
Right, and like I'm doing currently a debate brief that we have
Okay.
to like do quotes and stuff for our toxic consumables class, and that's like 7 pages.
Oh
But
goodness.
yeah, so it's definitely a little painful, but it's definitely getting there. But it's due tomorrow. So
It's due tomorrow. Have you
yeah.
done any of it yet?
Yeah, no, I've done my fair share. It's just everyone else needs to,
Oh,
because
that's
it's
too
like
bad.
a group project
Right.
type of thing.
Right. Yeah. All right. So, this I think is going to be the end of my talking, and I know you're all so sick of it. So next week I'll be having my friend Erin in the studio, so that should be exciting. We'll probably talk a little bit about language since she's a Spanish and social work major. In the meantime, you can follow the show on Twitter and Instagram, and I want you guys to let me know on Twitter if you think the show should have a Snapchat. So I will see you next week, guys, and the next few songs we have coming up are going to be right up next. So I hope you guys enjoy.